Market's down a little bit, 4% almost on the SPY, about a 3 sigma move here, maybe 4 sigma move. Um, some moves big, some moves a little more subdued. Definitely an eye-opening day. Could see a good rally here. Capitulation um, tends to bring that about. The sky is not falling um, as much as most of you guys, if you've been following me, are short. This is a big payday. The sky's not falling. So just keep in mind if you don't get greedy. Um, yeah, Trump coin's under 10, in fact, under 9. First time ever. Fart coin's also being sold somewhat indiscriminately. Um, yeah, I wouldn't get too nervous about the tariffs. I don't think that's really the action. As I said on that space last night, I did a little Twitter space. Probably, the tariffs are the kind of match that lights the fire, but the dry wood was more of or the tinderbox is more related to valuation, I think. So, could be a good spot to buy a few of your favorite stocks. Nvidia almost below 100. Some stocks are not going to be for sale, right? I mean, defensive stocks, some biopharma, for example, may even be up today. So keep that in mind. We'll see what happens. I'm eager to get this trading day going. I don't know if equities are priced for recession or not, because ultimately, what is a recession? A few years of below market GDP growth, below normal GDP growth, contracting GDP growth. You have to value that. I mean, I agree. I mean, just everything's overpriced, right? Um, so the question becomes, what do you do about it? And I think you have to wait and see a little bit. Markets do anticipate. That's the whole point of a market. But at the same time, I think the actual impact of tariffs is probably not going to be that significant. I really don't think the market's panicking about tariffs. It's oftentimes you need an excuse for a big market regime change or paradigm shift. And one of the things that was one of my favorite ideas generally was the famous chess saying that the threat is worse than the execution. And threat can paralyze you, whereas once the threat is realized, it's sort of not that big of a deal. You accommodate it and adjust to it. So I don't think you're going to have this big, deep, pronounced sell off that is persistent. Even though I've been calling for it, for 3-4 months, trying to urge caution. The it's today. Don't take today's single day significance that seriously. You know, it's the same day as every other day. Um, you just find the stocks you like and buy them, and find the stocks you don't like and short them. Now, if you're a macro trader or something, that's a different story. You're trading rates and currencies and things like that. But over here at least, my specialty is trading stocks, and a lot of these stocks, tariffs don't matter that much. Economic conditions do matter for everyone, but again, it remains to be seen how the tariffs will actually be implemented and executed, and for how long they'll be done. I think Trump's biggest plan here is to have these guys come to the table, renegotiate, strengthen America, and I wouldn't wouldn't assume that, it's all over today. Um, Invested in any altcoins? No, I like to short altcoins. You are a bullshit trader. You trade bullshit companies. Okay. Interesting. um, I I don't have NFTs. CL55NJ asks, what is everyone's society going to do when there's one breadwinner for 10 or 20 or 30 or 50 or 100 people? I will answer that question when I get back. My food is here. Don't go anywhere. Sorry about that. Okay, we're back. Bitcoin 82,000, a little bit below 82,000. Khalil, you can go and godelterminal.com to get that. Let me see here. Trades. I don't know how to use this. I'm trying to get yesterday's trades. This is my second day on Thinkorswim in like 20 years. I remember when Thinkorswim came out. Let me see. There are the positions at least. Short AVXL, short CAPR, short HUMA, short INMB, short IonQ, short MicroStrategy, long PHAR, short QBTS, short QUBT, short Rigetti, short RXRX, long Sarepta, long Tarsus, TARS. There's the account value in the upper right here. So anyway, what are we going to do? What is society going to do as the number of breadwinners grows and the number of dependents grows? Number of breadwinners shrinks and the number of dependents grows. Content creation, UBI, hedonism, just a life of just a weird life. It's going to be interesting. IonQ is going to basically drop. I think IonQ is going to drop like 75% this year. It's a fake. It's mostly a fake company. They did this acquisition to try to. They did 2 acquisitions to try to make their numbers look better than they are, and that's usually that ends really poorly. So we'll see what happens. I'm tempted to buy Nvidia.